Hello, this is Christy, aka Uniqueness. So this video is just a update on the Hurricane Harvey. We actually stayed pretty high and dry here at the house. We didn't really have any issues with flooding or anything. We did have a shelter nearby, because there was areas around us that did have flooding issues. But we didn't. So thank God for that. After we realized that we weren't going to have to evacuate, which was a relief because it was kind of up in the air for a while there, things kind of settled down a little bit. I did donate some bedding and some food to the shelters nearby. My mom had volunteered many days, many hours to the nearby phone bank, answering phone call after phone call. Usually people wanting to get back to their house, questions about evacuating and answering phone calls of that nature. I'm very proud of her for donating her time to do that. And she made the first day of her volunteering, she made food to give to the shelter. Spent a lot of time. She spent some time in the kitchen making, trays of food to give to the shelter, and she even made some vegetarian meals, which was nice. I'm very proud of her for doing that as well. And I told her so. Um, I did a lot of praying, about the flood, and I was praying that there wasn't going to be any loss of life, unfortunately. There was some. A family had died in their van while trying to evacuate and unfortunately succumbed to the waters and was lost in their van. There was 6 people. And one trooper drowned in the floodwaters. I am not unsure of if there were any more loss of life. I pray for those who did lose family members in the flood. I've prayed for people who lost their homes, that they can return to their homes and repair their homes, and to just remind themselves that it's just material possessions, that their loved ones were with them, and hug them tight, and thank God that they didn't lose them, and that, houses they can rebuild, but their family members would not be able to rebuild them. Fortunately, what I'm trying to say with that. And you can always rebuild on memories. Memories are definitely hard to lose, but you can rebuild memories. And I pray constantly for the people who've lost a lot in the flood. And my heart goes out to those people who lost loved ones in the flood, for sure. And but I do think that Houston is a strong city, and that a lot of people have come together. I've seen the news, and a lot of people donated to the Harvey relief effort. people are there to with boats and are saving their neighbors and donating to the shelters. And the next door, which was a website around this neighborhood, constantly putting out things about which stores are open, what they're on their shelves, and what streets are closed, and keeping their neighbors updated on information, and just reaching out is a big part of what keeps people safe in situations like this. And I think that is a big part of what gets us through in this time of loss. And the fact that there wasn't more people lost in this flood, I mean, more people were the people were saved and rescued, and that people got more notice of when to evacuate. Voluntary evacuations, mandatory evacuations were set out in force, and you were notified ahead of time. And I kept getting those tornado warnings on my phone, and you can always sign up for those warnings, by the way. Tornado warnings, severe flood warnings, you get those on your phone. Just reaching out to your neighbors, keeping them in the know. We had neighbors who were running low on food, and we had extra stuff in our freezer, so we were able to just give them some food that they needed. And so it's great to just know your neighbors and reach out. And I think that is one of the great things that shines in this time, is people being good to other people, and it gives me hope for people, that there's still good people out there, that there's still good people who care about other people. So I just wanted to give an update on what was going on here. Give a shout out to Houston for being a great city and helping one another out. And just giving props to people helping people. And shining hope that there's still good people out there, that and even though there's people that will knock you down, there's still good people out there that will bring you back up. This is Christy, aka Uniqueness, signing out.